Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to all of you. My name is Noda Medawina with the registration number of F10017.
So my name is Damian Sukmaira with my registration number is F1057.
My name is Lekar Binti Zulkarnain. My registration number is F1009.
My name is Louis Rabin Yakumbo with registration number F1994.
Workers in a production area have reported dizziness, headache and fatigue during their work hours. Investigation have reported that this is caused by poor air circulation and fuel accumulation. So, we are going to discuss what will happen if this were left unsolved. So to start with our first discussion, I'm going to submit the point of decline in workers' productivity. If air circulation is poor, workers will have trouble breathing and they tend to feel tired during their work hours. As a result, they will lose focus and this will definitely cause a decline in productivity. For example, when the air is poor and full of fuel, workers cannot concentrate well or move efficiently. They might take more breaks at work and move slowly because of the discomfort from this poor air circulation and fuel accumulation. So, this will reduce the productivity in every age workers. What do you think, Anis?
I agree with you, Dawina. So, if this issue is not resolved, worker will be continuously exposed to polluted air. This exposure can long-term respiratory health problems such as chronic lung disease, chronic bronchitis, and asthma. In addition, respiratory tract obstruction that cause prolonged coughing and shortness of breath. Furthermore, workers who experience respiratory problems will be more likely to tire easily and have less focus. From an organizational perspective, medical costs and sick leave will be increased and affect the reputation of the workplace. So, how about you, Raika?
In my opinion, concentration and attention are distracted. This is because fatigue causes workers to lose concentration, making it difficult to stay alert during tasks that require focus. In production areas, it is extremely dangerous because workers operate heavy machinery, handle sharp tools, or work nearby moving equipment. When someone is mentally tired, they may forget safety procedure. These small errors can lead to serious accidents and injuries. What about you, Husna?
I believe that if this issue of poor air circulation and fuel accumulation remains unsolved, the organization company may face a serious problem among workers due to higher absenteeism and turnover rate. For example, workers may frequently take sick leave due to continuous exposure to hazardous air that can lead to respiratory illnesses, chronic fatigue, other health problems. These problems tend to make a worker take frequently medical leave to avoid unpleasant environment. Over time, this repeated absenteeism disrupt operational efficiency, delay production schedules, and increase workload pressure on remaining staff. I totally agree with you, Husna, because high absenteeism and turnover rate closely relate to employer health. So, poor ventilation is not just a comfort issue, but a serious threat to the long-term health at workers. If action is not taken such as installing better ventilation system, regular air quality checks, and the use of personal protective equipment, the effect on respiratory health can be chronic, irreversible, and life-threatening.
In addition to that, workers might feel the lack of motivation or low morale. Motivation is one of the most important factors in maintaining high productivity. When employees feel unappreciated, underpaid, or overworked, they will lose the desire to perform well. They might still come to work, but they will do the bare minimum that will needed. For instance, if a company constantly pressure workers without offering rewards or recognition, workers may feel that their effort is not valued. Over time, they lose interest in doing their best. In short, lack of motivation causes workers to work slower and less efficient, leading to an overall decline in productivity caused by the poor circulation and fume accumulation.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, Lina. I think slow reaction time in emergency is a worst possible effect. When someone is tired, their body reacts slower. This can be dangerous if something unexpected happens, like a falling object or a machine malfunctions. A tired worker may not respond quickly enough to avoid dangers which increase the chance of an accident happening on the job.
Sorry for interrupting you, Ika. From my perspective, when workers receive the workplace as unsafe or detrimental to their well-being, their job satisfaction and moral decline significantly. In more severe cases, the workers may choose to resign entirely, or otherwise, the company must replace or retraining a new worker to increase the company reputation. Yet the implication of this is that also can increase company costs. What do you think, Rina?
I do agree with you, Husna, but in my point of view, I think the worst possible effect of this case, if it's left unsolved, is mental and emotional stress on workers. When workers are exposed to poor air quality every day, they don't just get physically tired, they also feel emotionally drained and anxious. Imagine having to work in a place that smells of fume with no fresh air. Over time, it causes frustration, irritability, and lack of motivation. This can even lead to burnout or depression. Workers might start blaming the company for not caring about their well-being, creating tension and poor communication at work. So, in my opinion, the worst effect is emotional suffering of workers. Because once their mental health decline, productivity, safety, and relationship between these workers and their employer get worse.
I agree with you, Rina. If we still act like this is not a serious problem, then it will lead to another problems. Management should perform routine inspection and cleaning of air vent or monitoring air quality to prevent a poor air quality. Next, employer must comply with a safety standard to reduce the likelihood of resignation, and encourage employees to report to the problem to the employee, so the employees can prevent problems that continue to happen. What about you, Ika?
I think unsafe decision can increase accident risk due to fatigue. Tired workers might choose to skip safety equipment or take shortcut just to finish faster. Their risky choices increase the chance of injury not only for the workers but also for others nearby. Over time, this makes whole workplace more dangerous. How about you, Alice?
In my point of view, over years of exposure, workers may lose part of their lung function permanently. Even after they leave the workplace, this can result in lifelong dependency on medication or oxygen therapy. Other than that, chronic breathing problem affects daily activities, sleep quality, and energy levels. Workers may experience ongoing discomfort, anxiety, and reduced ability to work or enjoy normal life. In addition, medical expense, long-term treatment, and inability to work can cause financial stress for workers and their family too. It also reduces overall workforce and efficiency for the employer. So, do you agree with me, Leka?
Yes, I agree with you. From our discussion, we decide that the worst possible effect is long-term respiratory health issues. This is because such problem can seriously harm a company by causing frequent worker absenteeism, low productivity, and reduced work quality. Poor air conditions may also lead to more illness, increased medical costs, and lower employee morale. Over time, these factors can disrupt production, damage the company reputation, and reduce overall profit.
In conclusion, if the issues of poor air circulation and film accumulation is not resolved, the long-term effect on worker respiratory health could be severe. Continuous exposure to toxic air may lead to a chronic lung disease and even life-threatening condition. Ultimately, addressing the air circulation issues promptly not only protects workers' health but also ensure a safer, more efficient and sustainable workplace.
That's all from our group. Thank you!
Bye!